Welcome to online class Standard 7 Geography Chapter 4. This lesson is about the atmosphere. Let's start the lesson. Let's start with the composition of Earth. What are the layers and what are the structures in the atmosphere and what are the factors that affects the climate and the weather. Those things we are going to see in this topic. The atmosphere. Atmos means vapor. In the Greek language, atmos means vapor. So from Greek language only, the word atmosphere got derived. It is based on the gravitational force. Gravitational force is nothing but the attraction between two matters is called as gravitational force. Atmosphere is enveloped like structured cover the earth's surface is called as atmosphere. Like how the blanket we'll cover ourselves with blanket, like that atmosphere is covered the earth's surface. The next is important role of atmosphere on earth. It protects us from harmful radiations, and atmosphere contains different layers and different gases. This protection helps us from UV radiations, UVA, UVB, UVC. This UV means ultraviolet and ABC is their types, which means ultraviolet radiation A, ultraviolet radiation B and C, like that from the sun. This atmosphere helps us to keep the temperature of the earth in a normal manner. It neutralizes the temperature of earth so that earth will be in neutral temperature, and this is also the reason for rain, wind and all other weather factors. Next, the composition of atmosphere. Already I said atmosphere consists of different gases like nitrogen, oxygen and other gases like argon, helium, those things. The other gases also, helium, oxygen, those things are also remain in the atmosphere, but the amount will be less than compared to the main gases. And also the dust particles like aerosols and water vapor also will be there. Let's see this in a brief manner. Nitrogen, oxygen and carbon dioxide. Nitrogen is of about 78% in atmosphere. It is important for plants. Compared to humans, it is mainly important for plants. But plants can't absorb it directly from the atmosphere. What happens? The bacteria remaining in the soil absorbs the atmospheric nitrogen in the air and mix with the soil and change that as a component. So that from the root, the plant absorbs the nitrogen. So nitrogen is so important for plants, and nitrogen is also used in the manufacturing of fertilizers. Next is oxygen. It is about 21% in atmospheric air. It is the important thing for human survival and the animals also. It gives us the life. Oxygen gives us the life. Without oxygen, no one can live. In this pandemic situation, we all came to know the importance of oxygen. Without oxygen, how we suffered a lot, we learnt. To increase the oxygen level in atmosphere, we have to plant trees. Why we have to plant trees means due to photosynthesis, the plant absorbs carbon dioxide and sunlight from the atmosphere and makes a chemical reaction called photosynthesis and releases oxygen and glucose. So oxygen is released by plants, which is useful for the human beings to live. So we have to plant more trees and we have to save the trees and plants. Next is carbon dioxide. It contains in atmospheric air of about 0.04%, and during the photosynthesis, carbon dioxide is absorbed and it is emitted as oxygen, and during the night time, carbon dioxide is emitted through plants. So only they will tell that we should not lie under the tree during the night time. Next is the helium. It is the lightest element and it is about 0.0005% in the atmosphere. This is mainly used for the balloon purpose, filling the parachutes and the balloons. The next is ozone. 3 oxygen together is called as ozone in chemistry. It consists of about 0.00006% in atmosphere. It is found in the upper atmosphere, that means in the layers of atmosphere we can find this. It is used for the sterilizing agents. The surgical instruments are sterilized by ozone, and the water purification is done by this ozone. Reverse osmosis process, you have heard this. Reverse osmosis is done by use of Ozone. Atmosphere contains 0.9 percentage of argon. It is called as noble gas because it's produced titanium in major quantity. Titanium means it's an element for mixing with other elements. Okay, titanium is produced by this, using this, and using the argon, the tungsten filament is made for the bulbs, and we can use for the welding purpose also. Hydrogen is of about 0.6 per million percent in the atmosphere air, and it is used in the field of manufacturing of fertilizers and the medicinal tablets, syrups, those things. Greenhouse effect. Greenhouse means it is a thing which helps to protect the plants. For example, if you have seen nurseries, there the nursery plant saplings will be covered with a green color sack or a sheet to protect from radiations. So that is called as greenhouse. Like the same, the atmosphere protects the earth as a greenhouse. So this is called as greenhouse effect. I'll show the picture and then I'll explain you. It will be easy for you to understand. See the picture. In this picture, the sun radiations enters the earth. That yellow color arrow mark shows the reflected back into the space. The rays reflected back to the surface of space because of atmosphere. Some of them penetrate. That red color is penetrating into the earth's surface. The rays which are penetrating inside the earth's surface maintains the earth's temperature and keeps the earth in an equal manner. But increase of the temperature and depletion of the ozone layer causes many side effects such as greenhouse gases like chlorofluorocarbon, carbon dioxide, methane, these things. This causes global warming because of rise in temperature. The causes of global warming are deforestation, more impurities, pollutants in the atmosphere, mixing into the atmosphere, and these are the things for global warming. Next is the structure of atmosphere. The layers of atmosphere are exosphere, thermosphere, mesosphere, stratosphere and troposphere. Let's see one by one. The topmost layer is exosphere, the space where the satellites and those things revolves around is called as exosphere. It is about 10,000 kilometers from the earth's surface. Many gases like helium, nitrogen is there. And then next is thermosphere. It is also called as ionosphere, where we get the radio signals and the communication signals are available. In this, a light show is also available. We can see the picture. From this picture we'll get. It is from 600 to 1000 kilometers from the earth's surface. Next is mesosphere. It is around 80 kilometers from the earth's surface, and it is the protective layer for asteroids and meteoroids. Meteoroids enter the earth's surface, means it burns that and keeps the earth's surface protective from the other bodies. Next is stratosphere. Stratosphere is a clear area. There won't be any clouds. It is from 50 kilometers from the earth's surface. Here only the aeroplanes, those things will fly. And in this layer only the ozone, the protective layer ozone exists. Next is stratosphere. Stratosphere is the place where human lives. The earth is there where birds fly from 13 kilometers from the earth's surface. From the picture we can get a clear idea. The airplane, the parachute, the asteroids, the signals, satellite and the outer space. Weather and climate. Weather is a thing for a short period of time. In our daily news, we can see the weather report. So, daily changes is called as weather, and the changes for a particular time, for a long period, is called as climate. Example for weather is rain and wind. Example for climate is temperature and pressure. So, weather is a daily thing happening and climate is for a long period of time. Next is factors influencing climate. Latitude, altitude and distance from the sea level. Near the equator means the sun rays will focus in one point so that the temperature gets increased. And far away from the equator means the sun rays will be spread equal manner so that the radiations or the heat will be warm. So latitude means the place where sun rays focus will be hot and spread will be cool. Latitude is measured in angle. The next is altitude. It is the height from the sea level or from the ground level. For example, if the height increases, the temperature decreases. If the height decreases, the temperature increases. For example, if we go to the mountain top like Ooty, Kodaikanal means the temperature will be low. If we come down to Trichy or Dindigul means the temperature will be high. If we go inside the earth means it will be very high. Distance from the sea, which means the coastal area, during the daytime the water will be cool and the seashore will be hot. It reverses during the night time. So what happens? The temperature remains moderate in the coastal areas. So only many of us like to go there and spend the time in the seashore because of the temperature, the warm temperature. The next thing is heat zones of earth. Earth is divided into three zones: frigid zone, temperature zone and toroid zone. Toroid zone is near the equator, so that it is the hottest zone. Next is the temperature zone. It is lower and upper to the equator, so it will be somewhat hot. And the frigid zone is Arctic and Antarctica, so that the temperature will be cool, the coolest zone of the earth. So this is the heat zones of earth. So northern hemisphere is there, southern hemisphere is there. So three zones are there. So now in the end session, in this lesson we learnt about the atmosphere, composition of atmosphere, the layers, the gases in the atmosphere, global warming, what is the greenhouse effect, what is weather, what is climate, and what are the factors influencing that, and the hot zones. Children, check out these things. Name the harmful ray from sun. What are the gases in atmosphere? Name any two atmospheric gas. What is greenhouse effect? Reasons for the global warming. Check yourself. We'll meet in the next class. Thank you.